World Arena Fighter 3, we've got our first contender, Art Taicho, 975 days, 47 seconds, GB10, a minute 30, drag. This is, yep, you are exactly what I'm looking for, Mr. Art. Let's look at his record. Oh, Fighter 3, 30, this guy's better though. 37 seconds, Giants, 59 seconds, Dragons, and a minute 30 Necro, be having played for 1,115 days as opposed to the 975 days of Mr. Art. Now, Joseph, what's your name? MacBoy12, I need you to say something in Twitch. It looks like we've got our first PLEB Cup 1v1. Here we go. Both of them are from the same country. I do not know what the flag is though. But it is clear that Joseph is around 200 points ahead of Art in this matchup. Even though they're both Fighter 3, one of them is at the tail end of it, and one of Joseph's probably closer to Conqueror 1 than he thinks he is. Anyway, we've got a Molong Hathor ban. Pretty meta. I expect that we'll see just meta picks anyway. I don't think that PLEB Cup or Fighter 3 Arena is going to be much different from, say, Guardian Arena. Maybe you'll see less light and dark units, but you're gonna see pretty much the same meta because that's how the game works, right? You see what the pros use, and then you emulate it, but maybe everything moves a bit slower. You know what I'm saying, right? So, we've got a Yanni Virat, very nice combination, good synergy going there with Art, and then you've got Triana, Bastet, and Ethna on Joseph's side. Now, if immunity is banned out by Art, that Virat is going to be able to do some solid work. However, with Bastet in the game, Bastet could very well give turn 1 to Ethna, and the Ethna could probably stun up something for, you know, without so that Virat is unable to do her freeze. Even with the Virat in there, Joseph continues going fire, picks Tassarin, probably to counter Perna, and then goes with, what is this? What is this? The water succubus, maybe for the speed leader. Okay, maybe for the speed leader. So really, it's all a matter of if Joseph goes first and gets some stunts off, right? Because the Virat is banned out. Can Perna survive long enough to kill the water succubus, as well as everything on the table? Is Rika's dots able to do enough? Bear in mind there is only one cleanse on the side of Joseph. Who gets turn 1? Gonna be Bastet, clearly. Okay, Bastet gets turn 1. Ethna's gonna go. What is Ethna gonna do here? Do you try go for the stun on Gani? And indeed, but doesn't get the stun. Now Triana's turn to go. Triana can choose to do immunity or reduce attack bar of Gani. Fails to get attack bar reduction. However, Izara's turn to go. And Izara's gonna be able to reduce attack bar if she wants to do so on Gani. Glances. This is looking very good for Art. So he gets the reset onto Triana, which means Triana cannot cleanse, which means Triana's passive is no longer in play. And with the stun on the water succubus, this Perna is going to be able to go ham on Ethna, chunks her down to like 50% health remaining. That looks like it did Ethna, and with the ventilate onto Rika, that's gonna be another round of dots. And again, no cleanse from Triana because Gani already reset Triana. However, glancing debuff landed on Rika, which means she probably might miss some of those dots. That Ethna does quite a bit of damage even onto fire. Can Rika? Is Rika gonna... Oh my god, Ethna's almost dead. Ethna's gonna be... Is she gonna do Fire Gun Nature? She's gonna do it even with the glancing debuff. Takes out Ethna, but it's a 3v4 right now. That Izara is still very healthy. It can do some decent damage over here to Rika, but of course, Rika with the stun fire onto water stuns Izara. Additional turn from Triana though. Is it enough though? Can Izara do enough? I mean, this Gani is popping off. Art, down 200 points on the RTA ladder, seems to be making this work. Now, if you're Joseph, I think this game is pretty much over, even though you really never want to say never in Summoner's War. But what's your thought for the next game. Do you ban Ganny? Right? You do ban Ganny, am I right? Because that Ganny over there, giving ventilates, giving seal magics, making so much problems for Joseph's team. And this Perna as well, popping up. So it's either you ban Ganny or you ban the Perna. Because this looks... If you go with the same lineup, you're gonna lose. I mean, granted. Early on in this match, Athena did get her stun resisted. Yeah. And no attack bar reduction from Triana onto Ganny, which didn't have will runes, right? Oh no, he had will runes, but it was stripped by Athena. But anyway, you get the point. If you repeat the draft again, chances are you gonna lose. Go. Game 2, first pick Art again. Looks like it. Anyway, here's the pre-bet. This is important for Joseph if he wants to make a comeback. Definitely, you'd be thinking ban Ganny or Perna. It depends. Does he have a Ganny? Is he willing to risk it? Or does he have a Perna? But in that lineup, I felt that Ganny did so much work there with the seal magic onto Triana, blocking that passive, resetting the passive, resetting the cleanse, and then giving Rika the additional, what do you call that? Dots thing. Oh god, like a Fire Guarded Angel. Anyway, it's a Perna ban from Joseph, which tells me he probably has a Ganny, but doesn't have a Perna. And the Athena ban out from Art. See, this is evolution right here. This is improvising, right? You see what the opponent has last game, and then the second game is where the actual pre-bans matter, because you now know what the opponent has, okay? So that's very good thinking from these Fighter 3 players. Again, Art gets first pick, so he takes away the Ganny, but Joseph, again, following this current trend of Jean meta, which is very strong. You see a lot of high-level players using this. Sticking again with the Bastet for the turn 1, but look at Art's team. That's a lot of control. A lot of debuffs, a lot of control. If you are Joseph right here, you have to go immunity. You have to go at least one source of immunity, or you are pretty much screwed. Even a Chloe at this point would be decent. There is one source of immunity and goes with Helena. That is a decent pick, but you still need one more source of immunity, unless... Oh my god! Art busting out the Light Pioneer! What even is the name of it? I don't even know. Wunsa. Is that it? No, that's the dark one. I forgot the name of the light one, but anyway. Now Joseph is in a pickle. Art is the Crouching Tiger Hidden Dragon. 200 points behind, and he busts out the Light Pioneer. That's checkmate right there. Look at Joseph. He's like, fuck! Goes with Theomars. When in doubt, go Theomars. Right? It's like, checkmate too. What do I do? Theomars! So the only source of immunity is going to be banned out by Art. That is a definitive thing to do, because why not? So much debuffs. Of course you ban out better. Now the thing is, does Art have will runes? If Art doesn't have will runes, a Bastet into Jean Provoke can win this game. He has will runes on the 2 units that matter, but still, you're gonna provoke, but resisted by the Light Pioneer. Get a stun. Doesn't get the stun on Light Pioneer. So Bastet's gonna be able to buff here. Can Theomars pop this Light Pioneer? Can Theomars triple crush and pop this Light Pioneer? That's a lot of damage! That's a lot of damage. It's going to be a dead Light Pioneer right here, because the Bastet buff, Swaying Flame, is going to do enough damage, and that's going to pop the Light Pioneer. But now you're in for a round of control. Absolute Zero into Fire Guarded Angel into the freezing thing next turn. Unless Jean can proc a Violent. Can Jean proc a Violent? Is Jean even on Violent rules? Theomars procs the Violent! He's going on Leica! That's not gonna do a lot of damage unless he... I mean... Well... I guess Leica can't do justice, because Leica's still under provoke, so he can't release that much HP back. And there's no way Leica's gonna proc a Violent, because most Leicas, they're all on Vampire. However, this Varad's popping up unless Theomars can proc another Violent. Can he proc another Violent? Justice on Helena. Helena's gone. Can you proc a Violent? Next turn, Varad has freeze again. Theomars, it's all up to you. Oh, Scheisse. That's a dead Jean. Do you need a triple crush? Goes on Rika. I'm not sure that's the best course of action here. But it looks like Art is about to take this 2-0. I mean, you didn't think that was gonna happen, right? You thought Joseph at 1400 with a better Dragon's timing and more days played would have this. But as it turns out, if you don't have enough immunity ready and you go up against a debuff team like that, you're gonna get screwed. Okay, so Art moves on. Oh shit, it's a lot of people in global. Holy shit. Let's go with Surrender 21. Okay, Surrender 21. Let's look at them. Fighter 3, 1050 days. You notice, right? Like a trend. Like just now, we were in Asia server. Highest rank Fighter 3, about 1,000 days. It seems 1,000 days gets you to Fighter 3. 46 seconds Giants. Alright, not bad. A minute Dragons, that's pretty decent. Alright, everybody fucks up on Necro, I understand that. I have friends to date doing 2 minutes 30 seconds Dragons. I mean Necro. Alright, so Surrender 21. Surrender 21, you're in. Go Pulse only! Go Pulse only! Fighter 2 in only 316 days, but he's a whale. How do you know that? How do you know that Gopal's a whale? Do you think Gopal's a prodigy? No. Do you think Gopal got to a minute run flat on everything in 316 days because he's a genius? No. He probably spent some money. He probably has a chakram and boomerang. Eh? 316 days. Gopal's a whale. Okay. It's gonna be Gopal. Versus Surrender. Game 1, Gopal versus Surrender. Surrender being the traditional Summoners War player, 1,000 days, Fighter 3 RTA, standard progression. Gopal being a whale, 300 days, 1 minute flat on all dungeon runs. Banning out Wusa and Surrender banning out Molong. Now this is the first game, people don't know what the opponent has. In the next game, we'll see a different set of pre-bans for sure. But what do these players have up their sleeves? It looks slanted towards Surrender because he's higher ranked in World Arena, but Gopal has spent money. Will money prevail or will effort prevail? First pick Orion for Gopal, going for the turn 1 team. Level 35 Orion, no less expected of fighter rank arena. Water Fairy King for the speed leader, and Ethna with a higher base speed than Orion for Surrender. Potentially, Ethna could outspeed Orion with a 33% speed leader even if she's on despair. Gopal with Tableau, level 35 again. And Charlotte, looks like it's going to be a control-centric team from our Fighter 2 Gopal against Surrender. Now, if you're Surrender, either you outspeed him or you have to bring immunity. Otherwise, you're gonna take one up your ass. He's gonna try to outspeed because he goes with Lakmaron. So unless you have Will Runes, but given that 2 minutes and 30 seconds Necro B10 team we saw in Surrender, it is unlikely that he has Will Runes. So either you outspeed or you bust out immunity here, Surrender. You gotta think fast. Your last pick has to be immunity or you're gonna be dead. However, if you look at Gopal, you see this is why he has a 1 minute dungeon run team on every single dungeon, because he has the Chakra and Boomerang combo with a Dark Boomerang. So this guy steals immunity. You could potentially, if you're a Surrender, you could pick another immunity like Chloe and ban out the Dark Boomerang and you should be fine. No goes for Jean, and this means that Surrender's probably screwed. He is probably screwed. But let's find out. You never know with the rules, right? Gopal bans out the speed leader of Surrender, and that means that Orion is very likely to get turn 1. And the moment this Dark Boomerang starts to steal buffs, it's gonna be bad. But can Harmonia cleanse into immunity to save the day for Surrender? Let's find out. Will conventional farming, free to play, prevail over money? Because that's what it is right now. Will F2P prevail? Turn 1 Orion, expected no Will Runes, 2 minute 30 second run. You don't expect Will Runes. Defense break onto Jean. Here we go. Here comes the Chakram Boomerangs. Chakram Crush gets a full team defense break, reducing attack bar, but no stun onto Harmonia. This gives Harmonia a chance. Well, 0 attack bar though. And then that's a dead Lakmaron right there. Dead Lakmaron. No Violent though. Can Harmonia get a cleanse up? No! It's a lot of damage! Too much damage! Too much damage! Oh my god, surrender. It's time to surrender and think about your next draft. Now, who do you ban out here? Do you ban out that Dark Boomerang? Clearly you do. You ban out the Dark Boomerang for the next game if you're surrender. Right? In the pre-bans. And then think about the next strategy. Okay? So, game 1 goes the way of Gopal. Looks to be halfway there to the finals. We're moving on to game 2. Surrender versus Gopal. Either you pre-ban China or you pre-ban the Dark Boomerang. One or the other. That has to be the pre-ban. You do not pre-ban Molong anymore. Not now. Make use of this pre-ban, Surrender. Take us through a game 3 proof that conventional farming can face up against money. He bans out China and Gopal bans out the Water Fairy King. Both of these bans are based on the first draft in game 1. So with China banned out, that Dark Boomerang is not going to be as effective as it was. So based on the last game, Surrender should know what is Gopal's game plan. It's going to revolve around Tableau, it's going to be Orion, and something else. And Charlotte. What do you do to counter this? Go heavy immunity. Chloe is actually a legit pick here. Do you go start off with immunity? Wusa! Why wasn't Wusa in the last draft? That's right. However, Gopal responds with Shiru. Yeah, activated the trap card. So there's one stripper there. But you've got double immunity. All you gotta do is ban out the one stripper and you're okay. Now, again, we know Surrender does not have Will Runes based on the Necro B10 timing. It is pretty hard to get a nice set of Will Runes. Again, sticking with Ethna, understandable. But what's this other pick gonna be? Oh, Helena, interesting. Okay, that's a good pick. Tableau and Perna. Oh my god, my heart bleeds. My heart bleeds for the free-to-play player. Art, are you ready? Art, are you ready to fight the Perna? Oh no. Surrender, do you have a miracle pick right here? Theomars, when in doubt, go Theomars. Yes, that is good. That is good. Shit. Oh dear. Surrender, who do you ban out here? Now he's banning out Tableau. I guess if you ban out Tableau, now Orion defense break into a Flame Nova and that's something that Orion defense break into Flame Nova and that's dead Helena. But never say never with Theomars. Theomars is the through F2P hero, you're right. Right? That's the one bastion of light to fall back on. Here we go. Orion turn 1. All 3 debuffs landed. Stun. Defense break, like I said, onto Helena. And then... attack bar reduction. Flame Nova. Oh! 26,000 but still surviving. Except additional turn from Orion. Additional turn again. Oh my god. Slam the phone on the table. But no. Harmonia has a chance to cleanse. Harmonia has a chance to cleanse. Do you cleanse Helena? Do you cleanse Helena? Please tell me you do. Cleanse Helena. Cleanse Helena. Helena. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. That's not good. You need to get immunity and cleanse Helena. That is not the right play. Oh no. No! Violence! You need violence now or you're dead. Surrender! That was the wrong play. But hey, you get disperse stun with Ethna right here. Can you get disperse stun? 0 disperse stuns. Dead Helena. It's all up to Theomars. It's all up to Theomars right now. Can Theomars pull it together? Oh my god, this spray stun from Charlotte, a stun from Orion as well. And that's a dead Theomars. And a violent crop from Perna. Oh my god, Gopal looks like he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with in the finals. Bad play. There was a misplay right there. But I mean, understandable, right? For those of you who've ever played in a tournament, you tend to, there's a high chance to make misplays. So it looks like 2-0 for Gopal right here. I don't think there's a way to come back from this, not when Theomars is dead. Right? I think we identified right there. I think the right play right there would have been to cleanse either Theomars or Helena and make something happen with that. But unfortunately, a misplay was made and Gopal takes this series 2-0. And now, finally, we can see the finals between Art versus Gopal. Again, free to play versus pay to play. Art, 1,000 days, Fighter 3. Standard progression with about a minute plus in all runs versus Gopal 300 days, achieving a faster timing and progression on PvE. Game 1 of PLEB Cup Finals. We're in the pre-ban phase. Now Art has observed, so he knows what to ban. He's banning out China. Gopal bans out Wusa because Wusa just cucks him greatly, right? Because his entire draft relies on control, stuns, landing debuffs, defense break. So immunity is a good ban for Gopal. Now, having observed the last 2 games, if you're Art right here, do you still look for immunity picks or do you try to outspeed? First pick, Orion, again by Gopal. This Orion has been nasty over the last 2 games. Getting additional just hey! Gani Perna by Art. This guy is not messing around. Great synergy right there. Infinite lives for Perna. But without immunity, you could very well get controlled to death by Gopal's lineup. You're looking at Chablo, you're looking at Charlotte. That's a lot of control. Rakuni is being picked up, but is Rakuni enough? Rakuni only cleanses 1 target, and Rakuni needs attack bar to cleanse. With Charlotte in the game, Rakuni can't get full attack bar because Charlotte's going to reduce attack bar and then Tablo's going to reduce attack bar again, right? A stripper being picked up by Gopal here, even though there is no immunity on the side of Art. There's a Hua being picked up by Gopal. Art goes with Varad, bans out. Who do you ban out here? Do you have Will Runes? If you don't have Will Runes, there is no sense in banning out Chiwu. But he chooses to ban out Chiwu, and Varad gets banned out by Gopal. Now, can Art get something going? Or is Mr. Pay to Win gonna sweep this 2-0? Sorry. Classic story right here. Free to play versus pay to win. Who gets turn 1? Orion, definitely. Shield Will on Art. This is looking promising. Orion strips the shield rune from Gani, puts a defense break on Rakuni. Now this Hua is gonna demolish Rakuni, reducing attack bar so Rakuni can never cleanse himself. Okay? Charlotte's gonna go again. Is she gonna go for a reduced attack bar? She's gonna go for it. Gonna go for it on Rakuni. Reduces attack bar on Rakuni. No cleanse for Rakuni. Hua is gonna go. Gonna put so much hurt. Burning Swing, half health left on Rakuni, but Ganymede's turn to go, resetting this Charlotte. No stuns coming out. Fire Guardian Angel. This looks very, very good suddenly. It looks, oh, Flame Nova, Tableau out of the picture, but really, Hua is the one you need to take care of. A Ventilate into Rika. Attack bar given to Perna. Another round of Fire Guardian Angel. Another nuke from Perna. This one is going the way of Art. I don't think there's a way back because unless Charlotte procs some violence here. Unless Charlotte sleeps some targets here. Can she do it? That's 1 sleep additional turn. Does she get another one? Gets another one. Oh my god. She's gonna do the stun now. She got the stun. Point Knight. Doesn't stun Perna, and Violet on the stun from Ganymede. Violet on the stun from Ganymede. So that's the end of the Charlotte story. And Art gonna be coming out ahead here because I mean Gani Perna. Now if you're Gopal next match, what do? You gotta ban out Gani. You have to ban out Gani, am I right? Because Gani is just so strong against this team. Resetting your units because if you can reset, you can't control anymore. Because the entire lineup of Gopal, as we've seen over the last 3 games, depends on him using his unit's abilities and not the default skills. So he has to ban out Gani and hope that he secures first pick for Perna, removing one of the strong picks from Art. Is he buying roots? He's just ruining his Yonho. Why do you check Art rank now? We already checked all the ranks. All this, the whole reason for all that, the time used before tournament was to check everybody's ranks. Everybody is in the correct rank. Don't worry. It was done during the qualification stage. Okay? So, Gopal bans out Virat this time and not banning out Gani. Why? Does it mean that he wants to ban out Gani during the draft? That has to be the case. Or is he letting Gani through and banning out Perna? It depends who gets first pick here. Art again going with the Shina ban so that the Dark Boomerang is not effective. Who gets first pick? First pick Gopal. You take Perna. You gotta take Perna. He takes Perna. So Art's gonna respond with Gani something. Probably Gani, Rika, or even Wusa. If he has a Wusa, I can't remember. Takes the Orion away from Gopal. Look at that. This is very nice to see. Even at 5-3, they're understanding how the game works. What makes the enemy's team work. And then he takes away Orion from Gopal. But Gopal again values turn 1. Going with the Bernard pick. How often do you see a Bernard in RTA? Very rarely. Art busts out a Leica, never seen before in the entire series. And going heavy fire against Gopal's team. So right now, if Art decides to ban out Perna, can that win control team take down Art's team? Now bear in mind there's a Raccoon there. However, again, with Tableau and Charlotte, Raccoon tends to be less effective. A Ritesh pick as the last pick for Art. In terms of stats, it looks to be favoring Art a lot this game. But you never know. With Tableau, right, with all the stunts, can control prevail over raw stats. Raw stats being all the units that Art has. A lot of HP, a lot of damage, a lot of stats. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Turn 1. Bernard, of course, giving the speed buff. Okay. Tableau. Do you go for a lucky 7? Goes for it. Gets a triple stun. That's really good. Now Chiu with the full shift doesn't stun Rika though. But Charlotte's going to reduce attack bar right here. Doesn't get... Oh, he glances. He glances onto Raccoon, not reducing attack bar. And now Fire Gun and Angel. And a stun onto Rika as well. Chiu though, can you do enough damage? Goes onto Leica. And that's going to open up Rika for a Toy Knight stun coming up, especially with Raccoon moving again, giving attack bar to Leica. That's half HP gone on Charlotte. This is looking very bad, very grim. Very, very grim for Gopal right now. He has only one thing to do here. He's not even going to do it. He tries to defense break. But one more move from Leica, and that's a dead Charlotte. And with Charlotte out of the picture, it's game over. It's absolutely game over. So congratulations. I mean, well, Tableau can proc all he wants, but all it takes is one revenge. One revenge from Leica is all it takes. And that's a dead Tableau. It's not gonna happen. Gopal, it's not gonna happen. T-Series was a fluke. It's not gonna happen. Miracles do not happen this way. Let me congratulate Art for being this week's PLEB Cup champion. So GG, congratulations Art, proving that you can win with 1,000 days of progression against Gopal's wallet, because 300 days and very good progression. I mean, no, I'm not faulting that. anyone plays the game he likes. I'm not free to play. Alright, so yeah. Anyway, GG, good try to Gopal. Only 300 days, but almost making it. Not quite. Was pretty convincing win by Art. Gani too strong. Okay. So Art, I need you to email me, and then I'll get the Google the gift card sorted out for you. And so that ends this week of PLEB Cup. It's a test episode. I think we might do more of this, maybe in different categories. Yeah, maybe we can drop it to more detail, like Fighter 2, Fighter 1, or even Conqueror 1, something like that. Yeah, we could do that. And for all of you who are watching on YouTube, you probably did not see the verification process that I did. So what I did was I went to each and everybody's books and checked their highest rank, lifetime rank, as well as the number of days played and their progression to see that they are pretty evenly matched. Time for a random review of the day. Let's go. Oh! Never mind. Close enough, yeah? Tiana is a stripper. So is Aquila. So is Aquila. And Aquila's faster than Tiana. Okay? How would you ruin Aquila? Despair. I think Aquila and Despair is the only way to go. You can go swift. You can even go violent, but really Despair. Yeah? Despair, speed, HP, accuracy. You need accuracy for Aquila. Speed, anything accuracy, to be honest. You need accuracy for Aquila because he's not Tiana. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up the stream right now. Thank you for hanging out, and even during the leveling process, that was actually pretty refreshing since I haven't done beginners content for a long time. Yeah. Like I said, we'll be back later. Probably, maybe. If we do, it's gonna be Fortnite, I think. Yeah, because at this hour, Fortnite's the only game where I'm not crazy excited. I definitely can't play Dead by Daylight this hour. I'll just kill my neighbors. My neighbors will kill me, so no. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye.